Okay, now we are going to talk about the Arabic vowels. There are 6 vowels in Arabic. We have 3 for the short vowels, and also we have 3 for the long vowels. Now in this slide, as you can see, we have Fatha, okay, we have Kasrah and Dhammah. So these are the names of the vowels. So if it is Fatha, the sound of it is A, as in ant. And the mark is written on top of the Arabic letters. Okay. For example, we have here Ba. So you see letter Ba, and we added Fatha on top. Then we read this as Ba. Likewise, the Kasra, the sound of it is E, as in teen. And the mark written on it is below. As you can see here, letter Ba, and there is Kasra below it. And the sound, the way we read this one is B. Next is the Dhamma. Dhamma, it gives the sound of U, as in pull. And the mark is written on top of the letter. No, it looks like a small wow written above the letter. And the sound of it is U. So like here we have Ba Dhamma. So the sound of it, we read it as Bu. So you have to master all these vowels for you to be able to read the Arabic. And of course, you don't have to write it first, but for now, you have to concentrate on the alphabet, okay, the sounds, and these vowels. Okay, so al-harakat, it means the vowels. So here we have the example of the short vowels, as you can see. So we have fatha, and the sound is a. We have kasra, and the sound is e. We have dhamma, and the sound is u. Now the example here is hamza. So this one is hamza, and it has fatha. So how do we read? We don't say hamza, we say hamza fatha. How you read? A. So this is a. Ba fatha, we say ba. Okay, this is how we read now because the ba has given the vowel of fatha. Next we have ta fatha, ta. Sa fatha, sa. Jim fatha, ja. Ha fatha, ha. So all this fatha. Now let's move to the kasra. And the same example, we have hamza, kasra, and how you read this one? E. Ba, kasra, B. This is how we read now because we already added the E sound of the letter of these letters. So we have T, we have C, G, E, P. Next, the Dhamma, which has a sound of U. The same example, we have Hamza, Dhamma, and how you read this one? U. Ba, Dhamma, Bu. Ta, Dhamma, Tu. Sa, Dhamma, Thu. And so on. So we have Ju, Hu, Hu. The next is the sokoon. Now this sokoon is the absence of vowels, meaning to say you cannot say a, you cannot say u, you cannot say e. And this one is added to the next letter of the voweled letters. So for example, here we have this hamza fatha plus ba sukun. Okay, and the the shape of it is like a small circle. As you can see here, it's like a small circle written on top of the letter. So this one, how do we read this one? Hamza fatha and then ba sukun ab. So this now is ab. And mim kasra nun. How do we read? Min. And then jim fatha ba sukun jab. So this is how the sukun function. No? You cannot leave it out, okay? Because if you leave this out, you will not be able to read this alone. So in Arabic, we cannot start reading with the sukun. So we must get this one together with the preceded letter, like for example, the letter before it. So these are the examples of as-sukun. So as you can see, Hamza, Fatha, Ba, Sukun, Ab. So how do we read this one? Ab. Okay. Hamza, Kasra, Ba, Sukun, Ib. Hamza, Dhamma, Ba, Sukun, Ub. Okay. Then Aj, Ij, Uj, and so on. Next we have Ad, Id, Ud, As, Is, Us, At, It, Ut, Ag, Ir, Ur. This is how we read this one. Now, let's move to the long vowels. Okay, in Arabic, it's called al-mudud. So if it is singular, we say mad. Like here, we have only 3 letters, no, from the alphabet. So as you can see, number 1, we have the alif sukun. Okay, it has sukun on top, and it preceded by a fatha, no? The letter on it, the letter before it has a fatha. So this is how we recognize that this letter is a mad. And the duration or the counting of it is 2 letter counts. Okay. Also here, another letter is the, so if it is mad bil alif, we say it mad bil alif, meaning the mad has an alif. So it has 2 letter counts. So how do we read this? We say ah. And then the waw dhamma also preceded by dhamma. And the sound is oo. 2 letter counts. Then number 3 is the ya sukun and also preceded by kasrah. Then the sound is e. Again, if it is fatha sukun or yeah, if it is alif sukun, it should be a. Waw sukun, u. Ya sukun, e. And let's inshallah check on the examples. Now, this is the example of mad bil alif. Okay. So as you can see, we have here unjoined meaning to say the letters that are the two letters are not joined together. And once you join them, this will be their shapes. Now, in letter dal, fatha, okay, then alif, sukun, we cannot connect the dal after it. So that is why the alif is written separately. It's not connected to the dal. Also the ra, the same. So you have the ra fatha. Again, there is an alif mad, this which is sukun. And the example is ra. So we read this one as ra. So just remember that the dal, the ra, are non-connecting letters after it. So meaning to say you cannot connect any letter after it, after the ra. That's why the alif is being written separately. Now what about the ba? Ba, fatha, alif, sukun. How do you read this one? Ba, two counts. So you see, the ba here, if you're going to connect with another letter, it becomes like halfway. And as you can see, the alif is being connected to ba. Next is the jim, fatha, alif, sukun. Ja. How you read this one? Ja. Next, sin, fatha, alif, sukun. Sa. Sad, fatha, alif, sukun. So. To, fatha, alif, sukun. To. Ha, fatha, alif, sukun. Ha. So these are the sounds of the letters once the mud are being added. Okay, next letter we have ain, fatha, alif, sukun, a, ta, fatha, alif, sukun, ta, ka, fatha, alif, sukun, ka, kaf, fatha, alif, sukun, ka, lam, fatha, alif, sukun, la. Now, many of the books doesn't have, once the mad bil alif or mad bil waw or mad bil wa or mad bil ya, you know, you will not find any sukun on top of them. It is understood because of the vowels that precedes, like here we have fatha for the alif. So there's no need to put the sukun because it is being understood. Okay, next we have the lam, fatha, alif, sukun, la. So you see, once the lam and the la has been joined, this will be the shape of the la. And then mim, fatha, alif, sukun, ma, nun, fatha, alif, sukun, na, qaf, fatha, alif, sukun, qa. Okay, let's move now to the mad bil waw. So you see the waw, it has a sukun. So the same examples, we have the ba, waw. Okay, ba, damma, waw, sukun. Okay, so the ba, and it has the vowel of damma plus waw, sukun, which is the mad, equals bu. So you see, once the two letters are joined together, this will be the shape of these two letters. Okay, joining together. So ba, dhamma, waw, sukun, bu. How you read? Bu. Okay. Jim, dhamma, waw, sukun, ju. Sad, dhamma, waw, sukun, su. Ta, dhamma, waw, sukun, tu. Ain, dhamma, waw, sukun, u. Fa, dhamma, waw, sukun, fu. Kaf, dhamma, waw, sukun, ku. Lam, dhamma, waw, sukun, lu. Next, we're going to read this one. Mu, nu, wu, you, do, zu, su, tu. Let's say the mud. Now, mud bilya. Okay. The long vowel of the E sound. So if the ba kasra plus ya sukun equals B, okay, it has two vowel sound, B. If it is only kasra, we say B, but now the mad bilya is added to it, so we're gonna say it B. Then jim kasra ya sukun G. Shin kasra ya sukun Shi. Ta kasra ya sukun Ti. Ain kasra ya sukun I. Fa kasra ya sukun Fi. Kaf kasra ya sukun Ki. Sad kasra ya sukun Si. So always remember, if the kasra, okay, if the kasra is here, so the long vowel should be ya. Okay. If dhamma over here on top, the long vowel should be the waw sukun. If the long vowel is fatha, then if the vowel is fatha, then the long vowel should be alif sukun. So this is how you are going to memorize it, inshallah. So we're going to read this. We have li, mi, ni, he, ye, si, di, zi. Okay, alhamdulillah, we are done with our Arabic alphabet and the short and long vowels. So please memorize them. And inshallah, I'm going to introduce to you on how to write the alphabet in the initial form, in the medial form, and in the final form, inshallah ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.